But I guess I'll start with the Chiefs and the Bills. Only reason why I'm going with the Bills right now is because I just think they're hot right now. And on top of that, I don't. I mean, unless Rashid, is finally getting it together, and Pat is actually trusting him, a lot more with some of his passes. I feel like that's the only way they're gonna win that game. Like Pat Mahomes is gonna have to wear a cape, in which I don't think Josh Allen necessarily will have to do so. I mean, he's still gonna be Josh Allen. He's still gonna run the ball and do all that type of shit like that. Like I ain't saying he ain't gonna do that, but I don't think that Pat is gonna be able to. I don't think Pat can put on the cape and save him. I just don't. And I understand all that shit that happened in the last game was all controversial stuff like that, but I still think they would have lost. I still think they would have lost. So I was killing you for your Josh Allen take. I mean, when we was talking about quarterbacks, I wasn't killing you. Shit, I really wasn't killing you. Shit, it was them that was trying to say that he ain't done nothing, but like I was like, no, he's been to an AFC Championship game. We're not gonna act like that's not a that's not a milestone because I'm like, shit. I said, I can't sit here and beat the table for Lamar Jackson, who was my quarterback for my team, and can't be honest when we talking about this shit because Lamar has not been to an AFC Championship game. I said that Lamar is literally when we talk about the top QBs in the AFC, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar ain't been there. Lamar's not been to an AFC Championship game. So I ain't go. I wasn't saying that. The only thing I was saying about Josh was the turnovers, but I even brought it up. Uh, I even brought it up though. That as much as Josh Allen was turning the ball over, he's good enough to cover up his mistakes. And we see they done came back and won a division that we thought Miami had sold up. We didn't think that nobody can sit here and actually believe that they thought Buffalo was going to come back and win that division. I dare somebody to try to say that they thought that Buffalo was going to come back and win that division in the middle of the season when it seemed like the Dolphins was playing all these bum ass teams and were just looking unstoppable. Nobody thought Buffalo was going to come back and snatch that AFC East crown. Nobody thought that. So I'm picking Buffalo just because right now, like a lot of people are like, oh well. People looking at the better quarterback is Pat, but that nigga Josh Allen he's had a crazy ass season. I mean, right now, I feel like he is the hottest quarterback right now. I mean, shit, we saw what he did, the last couple of games of the season. Beat Miami in the last game to win the division and pretty much sold up, home playoff games unless they happen to run into Lamar and them in the AFC Championship game. Other than that, they guaranteed they sell 2 home playoff games. And Miami sitting at home now. So we gotta be honest on that part. I'm picking the Bills just because I do feel like the Bills are still a better team. I still, and again, I'm just going with the hot pick right now. I just feel like Buffalo's gonna take that one. I really just feel like Buffalo's gonna take that one. Uh, Bucs and the Lions. Man, I'm gonna go on a limb. I think it's gonna be. I think this was gonna be a closer game than a lot of people think, but I think Tampa Bay could eke this one out because I did not. I mean, if we just gonna keep it a buck, I mean, I didn't expect Baker to have this type of game. Let me just go ahead and get that out the way. Is he capable? Yes. I just didn't expect him to have this type of game. I didn't think it was gonna be that crazy. I mean, 22 or 36, 337, 3 tutties, no interceptions. And shit. Yeah, he was spreading that ball around, man. That nigga, he was tearing him up. Mike Evans ain't even had to do much. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, the two receivers that we know, them niggas ain't even had to do much. He was spreading the ball around. I mean, yeah, I understand, the missed tackle shit coming into play. But yeah, I think the Bucs can get it, but I guess I'm just rooting for the Lions just because anybody that's been talking to me the past couple of years, when they made that trade to Detroit, I was like, yeah, I think Detroit got them the quarterback, and we seen, they weren't playing bad last year. They just couldn't stop nobody, and we see we just see the progression. He's gotten a lot better with Amon-Ra St. Brown. They drafted him a tight end that he made use of. They got a run game. So, I mean, I'm picking the Bucs just because I feel like Baker's trying to make a statement, and he's also trying to get paid. Because if he does that, I definitely think that the Buccaneers would have to, seriously consider giving him a contract extension. And yeah, I just think Baker does have something to prove. And I mean, we can say what we want to about the Eagles, but it wasn't like it was even close. He beat the shit out them boys. He accounted for at least 20. He threw for 3 touchdowns, so he accounted for 21 points by himself. We can at least say that he got the ball in the end zone 3 times. So I'm rooting. I'm picking the Bucs, but at the same time, I'm be rooting for the Lions. But at the same time, I wouldn't be mad at any team if they won this game. I wouldn't be mad. And then yeah. So next game, Niners Packers. Um, I'm picking the Niners. Don't get me wrong, but I'm really watching this game to see how the Packers play against them, because if the Packers can have a competitive game on the road in San Francisco, I think that's going to warrant saying Jordan Love is the next future quarterback for them. And again, if he plays a good game, because remember, San Fran is going to be pretty much the ones with the target on their back in the NFC, regardless of the fact that Philly made it to the Super Bowl. They're really the ones with the target, in my opinion. And I mean, hey, everybody else is sold up. They got Brock Purdy for 2 more years. He was a 7th round pick. They don't have to pay him until after his 4th year. They got him for 2 more years. So they really have, they got some room to play with, because you don't have to pay your quarterback. And I just think that they are going to be the team that's going to be the standard in the NFC for years to come. And if Green Bay is able to put on a good showing against them, especially on the offensive side of the ball, I think that that's going to warrant George. I would go ahead and get him paid. I wouldn't even wait. I mean, he's eligible after this year, so you might. And if you really think that he's what that is, go ahead and get it out the way. Because if you let him play another year and he gets to a high level, and he's playing at a high level, gets to the playoffs again to another, and shit. Let's say he gets you to another, second round. It's a close game, or shit, the NFC Championship. The price is going to go up. If you think that's like that, he is the answer, go ahead and get him sold up. But again, I'm picking the 49ers, but I'm really watching to see how Green Bay plays against this team. Because again, if they're competitive, then I think Green Bay would easily have proven everybody right when they decided to move on for Aaron Rodgers. Everybody thought that they was going down the toilet. They thought it was over. They made it to the playoffs. It was a wild card, but they made it. Green Bay made it as a wild card team with Aaron fucking Rodgers. So we can't sit there and act like being a wild card playoff team is just the end of the world, especially when you go and win your wild card game. Damn, y'all know what else is crazy? The Cowboys are the only division winner that lost the game. Detroit won. Tampa Bay won. Kansas City won. Buffalo won. Houston won. Damn. They was on the niggas lose a game at home. Well, I guess I just added more gas to the fire. Aha, aha, aha. But staying on topic. Last game, Ravens and the Texans. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie, nigga. I'm nervous. That nigga CJ Stroud is like that. Like, when we talk about there's always one quarterback from each draft class that surprises us, nigga, right now, give me CJ Stroud over Justin Herbert and give me CJ Stroud over Trevor Lawrence. If all you you know, they ain't gonna go there. Yeah, I am gonna go there. If all, why is it? Why is it that every time we see a quarterback play good, that Lamar Jackson is the first person that niggas try to compare him to? Lamar done won his division both times he done played. That I mean, 2 times was number one seed. I mean, everything that y'all just keep throwing is that he's on the one playoff game. That's the only thing y'all gonna throw. Which I don't talk about his numbers in that game against Tennessee because he lost. Had I believe the second highest yards in the playoff game behind Tom Brady, and they both lost because they both was carrying. But y'all don't want to have that conversation though. So I don't know. But nah, I'm picking the Ravens. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't think it's going to be a competitive game. This is not the same Houston, Texas team that we played the first game of the season. I mean, again, like as I said, that was the very first game of the season with a rookie quarterback. I mean, they played us good defensively. So defensively, they played us good. It's just I know that offense is a lot better now than when it was at the beginning of the season. Like they have figured it out. Now, and we got to remember, CJ was hurt a couple of games this year. Their record probably could have been better. I don't even like at this point, bro. If they just stay on the same trajectory, the Jags are not going to be they're not the favorite in that division anymore. Especially when the last game of the season they were all tied with the same record, and all Jacksonville had to do was win, and they would have won the division. And you lost to the Titans. The Titans, who ain't doing nothing, wasn't going nowhere. They were literally playing just to give their fans a show for the last game of the season, and you lost. So, like I said, I'm a little nervous. That nigga CJ, that nigga man, that I mean, he's showing that somebody may have made a mistake by making him the second overall pick, but we ain't gonna go that deep into it. But yeah, bro, I'm still picking Baltimore, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is gonna be a cakewalk because CJ is definitely, that boy slings that ball. They don't sit there and, they ain't babysitting that nigga. They giving him the whole playbook and shit. We just gotta call it for what it is. Oh no, Lamar loses shit. I don't give a damn if it was CJ. I don't give a damn who it was. Shit, he can't lose. Shit, nigga. CJ and no CJ. He just can't lose. And this is coming from me. Like, you ain't got no excuses, my boy. You got to go win this. Like, it's Super Bowl or bust. You got to get there. You got to get there. I mean, you're clearly showing that you can win games. Like, that's never been a question with him. The main thing before this year was just him staying healthy, of course, because he had been hurt the past 2 years. and he just needs to win it. Now, his first year in the playoffs, of course, he only played like 5-6 games. You know, the Chargers beat him. Okay, cool. The second year, Tennessee tore them up. He was getting beat the fuck up. He threw for all them yards, but it didn't matter. Like he tried to put the cape on, but it didn't matter. He ran into the Bills the year after that, which okay, we kind of knew the Bills was a better team at the time, but after that he's been hurt the past 2 years. So it's not like we don't know that he a good quarterback. Like you got to get to an AFC Championship game. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the season. But now I'm like, fuck the AFC Championship game. I think it's Super Bowl. You got to get to the Super Bowl. And right now, it looks like he's going to have to go through CJ, and then he's going to have to go through either Pat or Josh Allen. And you get through that, I don't give a damn who you see in the Super Bowl. You should win that. Because that's a gauntlet. That's a gauntlet of niggas to play. I'm not gonna say that this Lamar best chance. I mean, because it's never been easy. The AFC, as far as playoff ball, it's always been loaded. It's always been some damn good teams. But if you say best chance, just as far as like the talent that he has on his team, this is the best talent he's had on the offensive side of the ball. Like I'm not even with Hollywood Brown having his 1,000-yard season that year, I still think that collectively as a team, like everybody included, that this is the best offense that he's had. So, like I said, I'm picking the Ravens. I'd be damned if I go against them now. But we better not lose this fucking game. I might fuck around and go live after if we do. We better not lose this goddamn game.